Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not pictured on your screen, is our friend producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with Fire the Cannon, Columbus Blue Jackets 2001-2002 season start. Jeff, we survived the first season just barely, hanging on, and we have radically changed the outlook of these Columbus Blue Jackets 1 year after expansion.
Yep, possibly for the better.
Well, I just pulled up the depth chart here. So if you haven't tuned into our games previously, we took over the expansion team, redrafted the team, and then have basically torn it down to pieces. We spent most of the first season making just as many trades as we possibly could to try and improve ourselves. And we made some good trades. We brought in a young Zdeno Chara, Yuri Fisher, Andrei Markov, Eric Cole isn't young. We got Sean Horkoff in the in the expansion draft. Got Nikolai Antropov in a trade. Brought in Pavel Datsyuk via trade. We brought in Steve Yzerman, who had for some reason been traded to Atlanta, I believe. And yeah, so we brought him in for not very much. We've drafted well, hopefully.
Better than Columbus was. Was this year they took Klesla? I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Or the year before, yeah.
Datsyuk, Kim is chilling in the chat, is 23 at this point. He isn't, again, most of these guys are young, not what they are at their NHL top, so don't get too excited looking at this. We've had growth from a guy like Zdeno Chara up to 2.5 stars, but he's got a long way to go before he is the Zdeno Chara that people know and loved with Boston.
Yeah, it's going to be a good team in about 3 years from now. The question is, will you still be there at that point?
Yeah, you can see our drafts. We made some free agent signings as well, which is why we have guys like Lubomir Visnovsky, Marek Zalicki. And so our drafting has been pretty good. We were actually pretty high up in terms of prospect rankings. Not sure if we've dropped.
I'll have a look.
Even these last ones, we brought in guys like Kyle Wellwood, who, maybe didn't have a great
in prospect rankings behind Calgary.
Yeah, maybe didn't have a great NHL career, but still had a good NHL career. Other guys like Jason Jaffrey, who just played a few games in the NHL, but were good minor leaguers. Maybe they get a breakthrough. Pascal Dupuis, again, another guy we signed as a free agent, I believe. So we have hope. And that's kind of what we're building on. If we look here at our job security, our owner's actually pretty happy. Team's going okay. Yeah, we drafted Ilya Kovalchuk in the eighth overall, I think. Hopefully he helps us score goals because that's been our biggest problem. I guess maybe before we get to the regular season, we'll have to take a look at tactics here. Oh, I still got to shrink down my roster. Okay, so Antropov.
Yeah, a couple guys left.
Antropov, we're just going to throw to the injured list right now.
Oh, you played the whole exhibition season already? Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to throw him to the injured list. And then we just have to get rid of one guy, which I guess we're going to send Horkoff down for right now. No, Horkoff can come back in.
He's waiver exempt, so if you think maybe Dan Snyder.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Replace Snyder with Horkoff. If I can find Horkoff's name here now suddenly.
There it is.
And so we'll send Snyder back down to the minors. And yeah, so that puts us at 23 and buys us a bit of time until Antropov has to come back. We can send Jason Botterill down too. He has been... Put him on waivers. We could. He was not as good a pickup as we had hoped on the waiver draft. He's only 1 star. Stefan Fissette is available, but we don't really need a goaltender.
Yeah, so one place where we're relatively strong.
Mario Lemieux has 7 points in his first game.
Not a bad start, particularly for as late as this game is.
3 goals, 4 assists. Ooh.
Wow.
And Horkoff is back and healthy. All right, so we're just going to roll. Actually, no, sorry. We're not going to just roll with these lines.
You want to do the tactics first?
Yes. All right, so we are going to look at our tactics here and see if there's any big changes we need to make. Well, flexible reaction for breakout has us with more positives. And strictly positional has the best, but that sounds boring.
No, along the boards, so it was quite a bit better.
No, we got a lot of bad fits there.
Oh, you got 2 great fits, though. Yeah. And look at who the bad fits are. It's guys like Korkov and Kvasha
and then half of our defense.
Char is not good. Yeah, okay, that's great.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're going to go flexible reactive reaction. Looks like we're going to use swing passes for power play.
Have you got this on the beta build, by the way?
Maybe. I think so. It should be. I am on build 98.
Yeah, 98. Okay, so this is a test build, just advance warning, and we have been doing some stuff with the 2D engine, so it might be a little different than
all right, just looking here.
what you're seeing in the release version now.
Kovalchuk's bad at some of these stuff, so
he's bad now, but still developing.
Yeah, let's go with overload still. Okay, funnel or activated D? I think funnel. Or should we use activated D with Rafalski and Zidlicki as good fits?
Yeah, I think the rest of your D can move the puck pretty well too. So,
right.
Sosnovsky, Markov, Chara, I think that'll work.
Ozone attacking behind the net is our best bet by the looks of it here. So that'll be interesting. Our forecheck, I guess we're going to go 1-2-2, even though Yzerman's a bad fit, but that's the best of the situations.
And everything else is pretty ugly.
Yeah. We're going to go aggressive press for shorthanded forecheck. Only Yzerman's bad. I guess we're going to go 1-2-2 lock for neutral zone coverage. Shorthanded D zone, I think we're going to go basic box because it's mostly our defense who is good, bad, or terrible. So as long as the right guys are out there, we'll be okay. This might be a mistake, but let's go puck possession on shorthanded attack. Push the pace. There you go. Collapse to the net on defense. And we're going to play slightly more aggressive attacking. We'll keep aggressiveness the same, but attacking will move up. Should we try increasing the tempo, do you think?
Maybe not with this team just yet.
Right.
Another year or two, maybe.
All right. Our Yzerman and Datsuk get Gretzky's office roll. Nice combo behind the net. We have two-way forward and counter-attacking forward. I think we looked at tactics in our last game. So we won't be too worried about making too many changes there. And simming it out. And we lose 4-1 in our first game.
Pretty much what you'd expect.
Yep. Yzerman, Kovalchuk, Williams get the points. Let's take a look. Pascal Dupuis did not have a good game. Kovalchuk did not have a good game. Reichel did not have a good game defensively. Everybody else was okay.
And not a good game for Theodore. 4 goals on 22 shots against.
Cardinals fan, go Blues. Hooray, go Blues. Sorry, not sorry. And Pascal Dupuis just gets suspended. Of course. For 1 game. And Marek Zidlicki got suspended. All right, so he's coming out. And Willie Mitchell comes in.
And Andy McDonald came off suspension and immediately got injured?
Yep, diverticulitis.
Ooh, ouch. Okay.
All right, so Dupuis comes out, gets replaced with Jason Botterill, I guess.
Yep.
Could we maybe not have everybody suspended all the time? Put Kipper in for this one. And 1-0 win.
Oh.
All right. Outshot them 35-23. Rafalski scores on the power play, assisted by Yzerman and Horkoff. Nice. Okay, Dupuis is back. Antropov is...
It's a pretty decent Flyers team. That's...
Michael Roosevelt for Maxim Afinogenov. And the rights to Scott Nickel. All right. Zidlicki still suspended. How many games is he suspended for? 5 games. Wow. Botterill comes out. We're going to put Pascal Dupuis back in. I should maybe divide up those ice times a little better. Ooh, 5-1 loss to Philadelphia. Dupuis scores the only goal in the second period. And Willie Mitchell got hurt. Kavshaw got hurt. Oh, man. Willie Mitchell is gone. Great concussion, out 1 to 2 months.
Okay, that's definitely on the injury list then.
Okay, so let's call up Robida, I guess.
Yep.
All right. Robida, who actually played well for us last year in his time. Mitchell to the injured list. Kavshaw is done for the year. Ruptured MCL.
First MCL. Well, not a great start to your rookie year.
Well, we could bring up Mittens.
Let's start Todd Federer maybe, or Snyder.
Bring up Tomo Rutu too. 7 months. Was there somebody on waivers right now? Jamie Allison and Jason Duh. Okay. All right. So Kavshaw comes out, gets replaced with Botterill. Kavshaw's gone to the injured list. I guess we have McDonald coming back here at some point too.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a long injury.
Well, maybe we'll look at making a waiver claim. If someone decent
Nothing
pops
good
up.
out there, though.
What's that?
Nothing much there.
Well, we'll see what happens. At some point.
You got McDonald back now?
He won't be at full fitness right now, so. Game versus Montreal here. And 5-2 win over Montreal. Kovalchuk has a hat trick.
Dan Cloutier goal now that they lost Theodore.
Okay, so Kovalchuk taking the first round, even though he's 1 star, is paying off.
Yeah, it won't be 1 star for long.
Just scoring goals. That's all we want him to do. Just score goals. Watch him get injured and be done for the year, the way this is going. Okay, so we have McDonald is back. So we're going to keep Pascal Dupuis in. So Botterill's coming out. McDonald comes in. Let's take a look at the lines here. Might as well keep that first line together, eh?
Yeah, it's playing too well right now.
I'm going to leave Datsuk as our second line. What do you think about that? Kirk Muller up to the second line to play with Datsuk and Williams. Eric Cole moves to the third line. Dupuis moves
down. Two young guys.
Dupuis moves down to the fourth line.
In fact, that's your setup for pretty much the first three lines. You got Yzerman and two young guys, and Muller and two young guys, and Reichel and two young guys.
Heine's not that young, is he?
Oh, yeah, maybe not.
24.
Is he at this point?
24.
Yeah, only 24.
All right. And game for Chicago, 3-2 loss. Datsuk scored. Horkoff scored.
Apparently Wendell Clark found his way to Chicago.
There we go. I forgot. Wendell Clark was in Chicago.
Was he?
Yeah, that's who the Leafs traded him for. Or at least traded him for.
Oh, right, yeah. Just barely the beginning of 1999. Yeah, but they've kept him in this one.
Well, they kept him there too. Antropov is back. I forgot about Antropov. So that makes a difference too. So we can take out Dupuis, I guess, is the natural guy to come out. He's only 1 star.
Clark was actually retired by this point.
Clark was?
Yeah. End of 2000.
I was thinking it was 2001 when he blew out his knee. Oh, no, that was Doug Gilmour. That was Doug Gilmour.
Yeah.
Or 2002 was Doug Gilmour. Yeah, they both played with Chicago anyways. I remember that. Okay, so Botterill then and Dupuis are backups. Okay, I forgot about Antropov being injured. Okay, we're going to keep that. Let's see what happens here.
Botterill's up to 1.5 stars. What we thought when we picked him up in the waiver draft.
Okay, so that moved Antropov up to the third line. Or, you know what? Okay, hold on. Horkoff probably shouldn't be on the... Yeah, Antropov on the first line with Kovalchuk and Yzerman. Horkoff falls all the way to the fourth line. Yeah, I don't hate that.
Only change I might make is swap Cole and Horkoff, but either way.
We'll try that. Have you tried shooting more than your opponent? I hear that's ideal. Doesn't always work. Doesn't always work. Game versus Detroit. We'll leave Theodore in net, but we should give Kipper another game or two. 1-0 win over Detroit. Shutout. Kovalchuk gets the only goal again.
And you're actually at 500 6 games into the year.
And Zidlicki is back. So we can take Robidas out and replace him with Zidlicki. All right, we're going to give Kipper this game versus Buffalo. And 3-1 loss to Buffalo. Outshot them 29-25, but give up a shorthanded goal. Three even strength goal. Jeff, speaking of, because and Rafalski just gets injured. Come on, day to day. Bruised collarbone.
What were you going to say?
What I was going to say was, I've talked about him before, but follow Mike Camito on Twitter. I don't know how you say his last name. He's a writer of Hockey 365. And so today he was posting about this being one of the most violent days in NHL history.
I want how.
Okay, so how? Okay, so on this day, Jeff, let me just pull this up here. So, on this day, in 2011, can you tell me what happened? Let's have Jeff try and think of something that happened 12 years ago, because we need to feel really old.
Oh, I saw that and read it earlier. That thing with Pacioretty hitting the stanchion.
Yes, that was Zdeno Chara featured in our game, yes. Getting hit. And 3-3 tie. So that was 2011. 2007, Jeff, can you tell me what happened in 2007?
Nothing coming to mind.
This was a 25-game suspension.
It feels wrong for more Bertuzzi. Geez, easy for me to say.
That was Chris Simon viciously slashed Ryan Hallwig following a hit. Simon received a 25-game suspension for that slash. And in 2004, on this day, 3-2 win over LA. 2004, Jeff, you know?
Well, 2004 would be the year of the... I think it is the Moore thing, isn't it?
It is the Moore thing, yes. In 2004, on this day, Todd Bertuzzi sucker punched Steve Moore. So that's a pretty violent day in NHL history. That it all happened.
It's actually been pretty quiet tonight, unless something happened we haven't heard about. Wild got an empty net goal, by the way.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
So something's got to happen in the Anaheim-Vancouver game to keep the tradition going.
Well, how odd is it that 5-2 win over Edmonton? Okay. Kovalchuk goal, 2 assists. Steve Yzerman scores. Zidlicki, Muller, Robert Reichel. All right, getting points from different guys.
Scoring leader right now. Eh?
We're 5-4-1. I believe he probably is. Yes. All right, we're going to throw Kipper in for this game versus San Jose. I guess wasn't really dirty, just kind of an unfortunate play. Logan Stanley might have knocked Kirill Kaprizov out for the year.
What happened? I didn't see it.
It was just kind of like folded on top of him. And he went down really, really ugly.
Yeah.
I will just send it to you here. Okay, we don't need that. I'm just posting it in our chat right now, Jeff, here, so you can watch it. We got a trade proposal from Colorado. I think Robert Reichel is still... Nope. Colorado would send Freddie Meyer for Ville Niemen. That's not actually a terrible trade for us.
You don't really need another defenseman, though.
But we can always use more defensemen, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, that's... The Stanley thing just looks accidentally came from...
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't think it was... P-Wog, how's it going? Go Wings, go Blue. So he was a third-round pick of Detroit. Detroit traded him for Chris Kunitz.
Nice trade for Detroit.
Yeah, I don't mind getting a 20-year-old defenseman that we could try and flip anyways. Villeneuve is only half star, 1.5 star potential. Yeah, let's do that trade. I'm going to send him down immediately, but we're just going to shop him. Oh, I can't shop him today. I'll shop him tomorrow. Game versus Vancouver. So, Jeff, did you program it for us to lose? No, you let us win. Thank you.
Yeah.
Garceau is named the number one star despite losing because he made 46 saves. So the good news is our offense seems to be, we're generating shots.
Have a look at your scoring leaders. I'm curious. Kovalchuk must be the top one.
Okay, development report. Lots of guys going up. Datsuk is up. I think Datsuk was at 2.5 stars, but he's got even more up. Kovalchuk up in leadership, passing, and checking. Awesome. Justin Williams is at 2.5.
No, Datsuk was only 2 stars, so he got a half star there.
Okay, is Wisnowski was 2.5. Justin Williams is 2.5 now. I don't think he was before, but I could be wrong.
No, he was. He was at the start of this. He
Zidlicky's 2.5. Lots of young guys still going up, and Kirk Muller drops 1 in speed.
Zidlicky was only 2.
Okay, all right, there we go. So we're getting some improvements, which is huge for us. Monthly budget. We're going to turn up our team morale a little bit more. We'll go up to 9. We want everybody being happy. And stats summary. Kovalchuk has 10 points in 12 games, leading the team. Yzerman's got 9 points in 12 games.
McDonald has only played the 8 games, and he's got 7 points already.
Yeah. So, big thing, notice here, everybody's contributing. Like, everybody's got some points.
Except Reichel, who's not doing much.
Well, we could try looking at moving him.
You already got him in the trading block, but...
Well, let's, okay, hold on. Let's go to roster here. Let's just shop him. Get Malakoff for him. Brian Muir, Mike Crowley, Bill Muckelt. 25-year-old defenseman Nolan Baumgartner. Ken Klee. Okay, that's interesting. He hasn't got any goals right now, but 31-year-old defenseman, or 31-year-old center, Igor Korolev.
Yeah, but you're going to get... That doesn't really make a difference. He's a year older, and he isn't really producing as much as Reichel's going to.
Yeah, but he was a Jet.
Oh, right.
So, I got a bit of a soft spot for Igor Korolev. But we won't do that because it's not a good move. But we will, as we... Why can I not shop Freddie Mayer yet?
Because you just acquired him.
How long do I have to wait?
It's a while. Months, I think, or maybe not that long, but it's...
Too long. All right, we're going to put him on the trade block anyways. And Tuchutai versus Calgary. Out shooting them 36-27. Datsuk scores shorthanded. Nice. Yzerman scores. Nice. We're sitting in second in the Central.
Game tying goal to Wade Belak, which is less nice.
I think I wanted to take Wade Belak, but you told me no. Owner confidence update. John McConnell thinks the season is successful so far and the team has played well. We're a rebuilding process. Think carefully before adding veterans. Blah, blah, blah. Taking a longer view, we're not expected to be a serious contender next season, but we aren't planning a total rebuild either. The fans are unhappy and many view you as the problem. No need to worry about your job. Replacing you is out of the question. Well, I mean, fans could be unhappy, but I think we're kind of actually killing it right now because we've started off significantly better than last season. And giving Kipper the game versus Edmonton, we lose 3-0 to Edmonton. All these GMs are beating us. Mike Greer, number 1 star. And Wisnowski just got hurt. No, we don't need a delay in ankle treatment right now. And Rafalski's still out, so we're going to have to call up a defenseman.
Sarek, I think.
I'm going to have to send... I'm going to send Rafalski to the injured list so we don't have to. Komisarek?
Yep. Or Meyer. But Komisarek, I think.
No, Meyer's only half star, so... let's give Komisarek a number 4. Wow, Willie Mitchell has made a big recovery. And he's almost ready to come back. That's faster.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a couple of months. Yeah, that was unexpected.
1 to 2 months. Is your trainer Tanya Harding? No. 2-1 win over Vancouver. Thank you, Jeff. Robert Reichel, 1 goal, 1 assist.
Next got Mark Straight at some point, apparently.
What do we got here?
Looks like they drafted him. Trade from Washington.
I don't think I can take him back yet. Oh, I could take him back yet. Okay. So Rafalski is back. He's 4 stars. Was he 4 stars at the beginning of this?
I don't think so. No, 3 stars. He gone up a full star.
Okay, we're
taking... He had a really good season last year with us, too, so...
Robidas out. Robidas getting replaced with Rafalski. Komisarek is getting replaced with Robidas. And we're going to send Wisnowski to the injured list. And Willie Mitchell is actually back.
Seems a little sketchy to be miraculously recovered from a concussion so quickly, but...
5-1 win. Or 5-1 loss, not 5-1 win.
Yeah, not have much luck against the Oilers.
No. All right, so if Mitchell's back, we're going to send Komisarek down. Well, we're going to leave Mitchell...
Unless you want to swap him and Robidas.
Oh, I'm just going to check. What's he at? He's at 96%. Rafalski's only at 81. I'm going to give him 1 game to get back to 100%, then we can talk. Probably should have swapped goalies, oh well. 3-1 loss to Boston.
Starting to slip now.
Maybe all the injuries piling up had something to do with it. Willie Mitchell comes in. Okay. Steve Staios for Matthew Dandino.
Actually kind of even. Both guys can play forward and D.
Oh. Just taking a quick look. Okay. Jeff Halfburn is on the trading block. He was a better scorer than that, wasn't he? Only had 9 points last year, 4 points this year?
No, not really.
Yeah. Well,
It
you had a
was a
20-goal
couple of more
season.
seasons. Oh no, we had a 40 point season by this point in real life. Although we typically average somewhere around 30-ish, maybe a little more.
Okay, what if we just gonna throw a trade offer there to him?
Right, like straight up for Reichel.
Yeah. What's the worst that happens?
Probably a no, but you may be close.
If I can find Reichel on here. Not sure why this sorted like this. It's hardly likely they will accept that offer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to add a little bit.
Offer them Kyle Willwood, but they're like, no. Dan Ellis, they're like, no.
Mid-round draft pick, maybe.
We don't have to make this move. I doubt they accept that, but we'll just throw it out there and see what happens. All right, game versus St. Louis. Two tie. Reichel scores a goal. He knows. He knows. He's bugged our phone. Veznovsky is getting close to returning, which is also a boon for us. And we get a win over Anaheim. Theodore with the shutout. Kovalchuk scores. Datsuk scores. So Veznovsky's back, which means Robida is going back down. And Willie Mitchell gets replaced by Veznovsky. Pavel Datsuk got injured. Groin tightness.
In a couple of weeks.
Gets replaced with Dupuis coming in. And then we're going to move Muller to center. Capitals say no way. All right. Kipper comes in the net for the game versus Nashville. And it's a 5-3 victory. Still out shooting them by a lot.
Looks like the third line was the
Chara, Veznovsky, Fisher, McDonald, Cole. Zdeno Chara fights Drake Berhowski. Eric Cole fights Richard Lintner. Chara gets back out and immediately, almost immediately, fights Scott Walker.
and takes a holding penalty later in the period.
Oh. Well, if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. We jump back into second. Okay, trade proposal from Atlanta. Atlanta's offering us 20-year-old defenseman Lucas Sellers for Robert Reichel. No.
No. Well, it's good we're at least getting offers for him.
right. Eric Fichaud. There's a goaltender I haven't heard of in a long time. Win versus Carolina 6-3. Our defensemen are kind of chugging us along, so that's working.
Nice. Yeah, you got that activated D in the tactics. And you actually got
Guys to run it.
NHL caliber defense now.
I wonder if we should be looking at changing Chara's tactics. He's listed as a stay-at-home defenseman right now. I beat Detroit 1-0. Outshoot them, or they outshoot us 25.
His best role at this point. When his offense develops a little bit more, it'll probably switch.
We'll just take a quick peek there. Joe Murphy is on waivers. Tactics, player, Chara. Old school defenseman is 15. Clearing defenseman is 14. Two-way defenseman is 13. All right. That's not...
Yes, still best to stay at home for now.
Pittsburgh and Anaheim confirmed trade. David Gosselin for Dennis Bonvie. Bonvie. All right, gonna give this game for Kipper versus Chicago. We got a lot of happy and smiling faces on our team right now, so that's also good. 3-1 victory. Yzerman's playing well. Goal and assist.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm going to stop here and go look at and see who we need for contracts. Buffalo makes us an offer.
Actually in first place there for about half a second before the Blues got a point.
Okay, Peter Ferraro for Robert Reichel.
Yeah, it looks like Ferraro's working out a little better than he did in real life. But I think that kind of makes sense.
Well, he doesn't have a lot left in his real life career.
Goes to Reichel, who was
He
ready to come back after that.
I'm gonna reject that trade right now. I can't. We don't really need a winger. If he was a center, I'd say yes. All right, upcoming free agents. Oh boy, that's a long list. Let's start off.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot to mention that you got a bunch of guys on their final year.
We don't want Zdeno Chara.
You don't want Chara
to leave. Fisher, Markov. Everybody wants 3-year deals. All right. Guess we're signing everybody to 3-year deals. Two-year deal. Yzerman only wants a 1-year deal. Let's try for a 4-year deal.
Yeah, no, he did last until after the lockout, didn't he?
Yeah. I offered him a 4-year deal for 1.7. And he went, yeah, okay, I'll do that. Horkoff, let's get him signed. Garrett Cole. Okay, let's just get those guys signed and see where we go from there. Don't want to oversign too many guys and then 2-2. Nope, 5-3 loss. Kovalchuk scores again. What's our stats saying? Oh boy, that is some bad defensive play. Zdeno Chara 33 defensive game rating.
Lucky 36. Yeah, that's ugly.
39
Reichel
for
39.
Reichel. Yeah. Contract sign, contract sign, contract sign, contract sign. Ooh, Pavel Datsyuk is ready to return. We'll leave him out one more game, then he'll come back. And we beat the Bulin wall. Wisnowski, Muller, Rafalski, Muller. All right, so let's do this. Dupuis comes out, gets replaced with Datsyuk. Muller and Datsyuk switch spots. And Tom Rennie gets fired. Ron Wilson is named the new head coach of the Rangers. All right. Unsigned upcoming free agents. Yeah, we want to re-sign Dan Highnote too. Andy McDonald, yes. I'm not sure about Kirk Muller.
See what he wants if it's only another year, maybe.
1 year, $825, and a no move clause.
No trade, you know.
Okay, I paid him $1.4 million, but took away the no move clause, and he's okay with that.
Willie Mitchell probably do.
I did get him already.
I did him.
Yeah. Why does Chris Neal want so much money?
Oh, there's a two-way though.
Well, I asked him to sign a two-way, but $965. Ooh. Offer a two-way deal to Snyder. Okay, done. Why is Kovalchuk sad? Because he's only a Russian.
That's a.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Markov. No, he shouldn't be upset because of that.
Well, he's not saying that, but that was just my guess. 1-0 loss. Okay, let's go look at Kovalchuk. Why is he sad? Just because he's on a new team.
Still adjusting. Okay.
Botterill is sad because he's not getting enough ice time. Get him wearing the right uniform. Development report. Looks like everybody signed anyways. Lots of guys going up. Eric or Datsyuk goes up more. Eric
Cole got a half star.
Yeah. Kovalchuk increased in his fighting, which is exactly what we wanted. Yep, that's exactly the type of player we want him to be. Awesome.
And McDonald's up to 2.5 stars. He was 1.5 at the start of this.
Nice. Tomarucci taking a big jump there. That's nice. Still 1 star, but he's getting better. Kyle Wellwood, big jump again. All right. We do not have a player of the month. That's sad. All right, we're gonna increase our increase our morale. Yes. Go up to max morale, or should we keep it at 9?
You don't really need to replace the arena anytime soon.
Yeah, we don't really need to increase our scout. I mean, we could increase our scouting a little bit. Game versus St. Louis again. And it's a 2-1 loss. Man, we just cannot beat St. Louis. Datsuk scores on the power play, but 31 points to their 33.
It's still 4 points up Chicago in third. Much better than you expect to be doing at this point.
Yeah. Owner confidence. Fans still aren't thrilled, but we agree that the approach you've taken with this team is the correct one. Doesn't sound like my job is perfectly secure, but I mean, come on.
You're fine.
Well, we dropped a bit. We're only in green now. Game versus Florida. Da-da, da-da. 3-1 loss to Florida.
And Ray Whitney was actually Columbus's leading scorer for in real life this year. First star.
Steve Beijing. On waivers. And we are now tied. All right. Just shopping Robert Reichel again. Benoit Brunet. Bob Probert. There's that trade we should make, right? Bob Probert.
Didn't we have him already?
I think we looked at it, but we didn't. "35-year-old Kelly Buchberger."
Yeah.
And our old friend from a previous stream, 32-year-old Dmitry Kristovich. Game versus Tampa Bay. Going to get Kipper in net again here. On the back-to-back. And 1-0 loss to Tampa Bay. Man, we just can't quite.
You just don't have the scoring yet.
Yeah, Reichel has a bad game.
Another one.
Yeah. Andy Murray just gets fired in LA. Mike Ramsey takes over. All right, Doug Gilmour's on the trade block. Should we go trade for 38-year-old Doug Gilmour?
Because that's exactly what we need. He's in Ottawa.
Yeah. All center who can score. Past most of his scoring, but... Upcoming free agents.
A lot of big names, but most of them will probably re-sign before they get to that stage.
Yeah, just trying to see what kind of... that would actually be a really good ad for us. Adam Oates. 39-year-old Adam Oates. He's hurt and with the Leafs right now. This might be the perfect time to try and trade for him.
And hasn't scored once this year.
Yeah, but he's got assists. Nope, he put in a no. Adam Oates is using his no trade clause. I am not coming to Columbus. Okay, Mr. Special. A lot of defensemen are 3 stars. We could bring in everybody's favorite, Matt Cook. How's Patrick Stefan doing this year? 11 points in 31 games with Vancouver.
About as well as he did in real life.
Do you think we could pry away Radek Dvorak?
Probably more expensive than we can afford unless you want to give up one of the defensemen.
I do not. How is Chad Kilger a 3.5-star guy?
Yeah, that's surprising.
Our scouts don't know what they're talking about, clearly. How about Peter Nedved?
He's only 29. He doesn't look like the Rangers are using him that well.
Let's maybe just check in on Peter Nedved. Rangers are looking for a goalie, left wing, right wing.
Oh, you got goalies.
Well, let's start off assuming we do that. Gonna offer them Dan Ellis. Maybe I'm wrong. They won't accept that. They might accept that offer. Oh, just look to see if they have anybody they're trying to dump a contract of. David Wilkie. I think this is a balanced offer. Okay. We have an extra 5th rounder. Okay, if I offer them an 8th and a 9th round draft pick, it says I think they will probably accept this offer.
All right.
Reichel, Dan Ellis, 8th and 9th for Peter Nedved and David Wilkie. If that happens, we can cite Ty Conklin to a contract to bring in another goalie.
Yeah, Phil Ellis' spot if that trade goes through.
And yeah, okay. Four tie. Just seem to keep getting stuck. We just can't quite.
Still, you're 2 games above 500. Much better than you expected to be at this point.
Yeah. But I'd like to press us to be a little bit more. New Jersey, we go lose 3-2. Datsuk and Robert Reichel. Andrei Markov just got injured. How long? No, he's gone for a while, though. I'm not doing injury treatment at this time of year. Hyperextended D, so replace with Willie Mitchell. Markov gets into the injured list.
What else we got on the injured list right now?
The Rangers have accepted our trade.
Oh, there we go.
So we lose Reichel and Dan Ellis, but we get Peter Nedved and Dave Wilkie. I'm just going to do this game first, and then we'll ship them. We just have Cavshaw, I believe, on the injured list right now. And we get a 3-2 or 3-1 victory over Colorado. Wisnowski and Antropov score. Kovalchuk bangs home the empty netter. And because we beat Colorado, they just fired Bob Hartley. Just immediately after the game. Go home and don't come back. All right.
Yeah, complete that trade.
We are going to complete that trade. And so we just got Peter Nedved.
Sign that free agent goalie.
And we're going to sign Nedved to a contract extension. I just want to make sure he is the best goalie, so I'm just going to filter down 2 goalies.
There's a drop down for that too, right?
Is there? Okay. Didn't know that. Looks like he is the best one by far. And we know he played NHL games, so we'll offer him a contract. And he immediately signs. And we have to place him on waivers, which means he will probably get lost and he'll sign with somebody else. Watch that happen. 100%. Wilkie is going to be sent. No, I don't want to renew his contract. Putting him immediately on waivers. We're just going to put Nedved in, even though he's hurt. Just see what it does with the lines right now. Nedved as the 4th liner.
High note on the first line is not a good idea.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Yeah. Let's just try. Yeah, no, it keeps doing that. Okay, so Datsuk's going back up to the first line, getting locked in. Datsuk, Williams get locked in. Horkoff on the second line? I don't hate it. I think I kind of like McDonald as the 4th line guy. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Okay, yep. And all right. Oh, Conklin did in fact make it to the minors. All right. Nedved wants 93. He can have it. He should come in and help our special teams. And he's almost 100%. He's going to play our first game. And 4-3 victory over Anaheim. Doesn't get a point. But 55 offensive, 70 defensive game rating. 1 shot on goal, 2 penalty minutes. 13 seconds of power play time. All right, I like it. Jeff, we're actually over our time here right now. So I think this is our good time to wrap up here.
Yeah, very good start to the season.
Yeah, and Nedved is back and ready to go. Awesome. I'm going to put Kipper in for this game again. So with that, thank you very much for tuning into another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager, as well as twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments as well, with our archives going live on Sundays at about 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Why? So they're live for our European viewers, because we want to let them have something special too. But you're free to watch them whenever you want. Of course, if you want to talk to us, you can reach out to us more on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. We can find a link to our official Discord in our Twitter bio as well. And you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to our official forums. We can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team, Go, or anything else you wish to discuss. Jeff, you mentioned we're on a beta, and we've been getting this question a lot on social media. When is the next update coming? When's the trade deadline updates for team rosters coming? Do you have anything you want to mention on that right now for people watching live or
It'll probably
YouTube?
be towards the end of this month, and it will have the fully updated rosters as of the trade deadline. Actually, probably a little bit past that, so we catch the effects in the mind of the other leagues that the NHL trade deadline has. Players get shuffled around for a few days after that. So it'll probably be, the rosters will probably be as of a couple of days after, or actually I'm to think of maybe at least a week after the trade deadline.
All right.
Any new contracts that were signed in this week, can't think of any offhand.
Well, I know there was a trade today, so yeah. St. Louis and Nashville made a trade? But yes.
After the deadline?
Well, it was minor league, right? So.
Oh, okay. Is that what you meant?
And as people, maybe some people don't realize, trade deadline does not mean that trades can't happen. It just means they're not eligible to play in the NHL the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Which is why trades typically don't happen, but they still can. All right, with that, Jeff, I've been kind of continuing going here, and we've been getting our butts kicked still up and down, so I don't know how to feel.
Stop now before it, yeah.
1-1 tie with Detroit after Christmas. So, all right, so thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you all again next week.